Welcome to Detroit, Michigan, inside the Lexus Velodrome. I'm Chris Hughes. This is the Detroit Madison Cup in the American Cycling League Championship Games. Tonight's Detroit Madison Cup, we have the elimination for the pro riders and we have the Madison for the pro riders. The elimination is the kind of the same thing that we've seen for the last couple times, going to be bumping and grinding. And I have one of the riders here tonight with me, Mr. Kyle the Mustache Perry. Kyle, how did you get into cycling?
It was kind of in the middle of college. I went to Goodwill and bought a $10 Schwinn Varsity and started riding and got the competitive, spirit in me, so I took that on and just kind of kept moving up from there.
And now, do you predominantly do track cycling?
I'm kind of 50-50 between crit racing and track cycling.
And your experience with Madison and elimination races predominantly here or other tracks as well?
So I got my track start at Major Taylor Velodrome. There was a little bit of Madison there, but not anything like what we're doing here. So pretty much my Madison experience is on this track.
Now, you've been here a couple times now. This is your fourth or fifth time, I think. What keeps bringing you back to this place?
This is the perfect place to come in the winter. Like, there's nowhere else to race unless you're wanting to get super dirty and do cyclocross, which I'm not super into. The small track, the atmosphere around here is super cool. I like the biking aspect of it. I like the culture of all the people that are here. I like the bar in the middle at the end. Yeah. It's all good.
Now, in this elimination race, who are you looking out for?
In the elimination, my eyes are on the Canadians. I got third yesterday behind two of the Canadian young riders, so I'm going to try to see if I can outsmart those dudes.
Well, good luck. We are going to send it to meet the rest of the racers. Team Black, Mathias, Guillemette, and Luke Cavender. Team Blue, Chris Ernst and Dan Gregory. Team Red, Dylan Bibic and Chris Uberti. Team Yellow, Wolf, Lockmiller, and Martin Vecchio. Team Green, Kyle Perry and Hayden Strong. I'm here with Team Black rider Mathias Guillemette before the elimination race. Got any nerves, Mathias?
Not really. It's a pretty solid race. It's just for fun, so we'll see what happens.
What's your strategy with this type of race?
Yesterday I tried to go at the back and shoot everybody, but today I'll try the at the front style. So yeah.
See what happens. And who's your biggest competition, man?
I'll say Dylan and Chris.
Well, good luck. Get some people out, and best of luck to you. Let's send it to John for the call of the elimination race.
We're going to give the riders 5 laps. There's 5 laps. With 1 lap to go, you're going to hear the bell. When you hear the bell, that means we're pulling on the next lap. But we are going to pull the last place rider out of the pack. This is going to happen every other lap until we get to the final 2 riders. Then it will be a 2-up, 2-man sprint. Vecchio trying to push up over Gregory. At the front of the pack is Hayden Strong. Luke Cavender down low in the black jersey, trapped in. Chris Uberti in the red jersey, keeping Cavender packed in down low. They're going to see 3 to the first bell, 3 to the first pole. They're picking up the speeds already. We're going to see these riders flying around the 50-degree banking. On the front is Dan Gregory. Second place, Hayden Strong. Third, Dylan Bibic. Sitting in fourth, Martin Vecchio. Underneath Martin is Kyle Perry. Dylan Bibic pushing up and over. Guillemette pushing up and over. Here we go. Here comes the bell. Pulling on the next lap, riders. Pulling on the next lap. Chris Uberti out of the saddle, trying to get up and over Luke Cavender. Cavender trapped in down low. Cavender's going to try to push his way out of it. Luke Cavender trying to fit in. Wolf Lockmiller going over Vecchio. Vecchio trapped in. Cavender up high. It's going to be close. Cavender down low, and it's going to be, Martin Vecchio, you are eliminated. That's a close one. Now Wolf Lockmiller trying to push up and over Bibic. Bibic is Bibic pushing through. Guillemette trying to get up and over. Kyle Perry wants to get over Cavender. Cavender down low, trying to hang on to the wheel of Dan Gregory. Luke Cavender, can he stay in it? He's pushing it. Kyle Perry, the big jump at the end. Cavender trying to push through, but it's going to be Luke Cavender. You are eliminated. All right, here we go. Here it comes again. Ringing the bell. We're pulling on the next lap, Dan Gregory at the back of the pack. He's going to have to get up and over. Kyle Perry pushing his way out over Wolf Lockmiller. Right off the rip, these guys are flying. Can Gregory stay in down low? Gregory trying to push it. Guillemette going up high. It's going to be Dan Gregory. You are eliminated. Chris Uberti holding that line. That was a close one. Can he stay in it? And it's going to be the rider out the back. They're pulling. One rider out the back, Uberti, going to that turn into the apron. And it's the rider off the back. Keep on making a push over Lockmiller. But it's going to be Chris Uberti. Chris Uberti, you are eliminated. And we're down to 6 riders, Kyle Perry at the back. He needs to get up and over Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong trapped in down low. There goes Dylan Bibic. Bibic and Guillemette on the front of the pack. Chris Stearns up and over. Now Lockmiller having to hit the brakes. Lockmiller, can he push up and over at the last minute? Lockmiller trying to go, but no, there's no room, and it's going to be Wolf Lockmiller. You are eliminated. And here comes the bell. Guillemette and Bibic setting that tempo. Hayden Strong trying to push his way through. Chris Ernst going up and over. Kyle Perry following through. But watch out. Watch Hayden Strong. He's got to jump. Guillemette trying to push his way out. Strong goes down low. Guillemette goes down low. Whoa, right in the wheel. That's going to be Mathias Guillemette. Guillemette, you are eliminated. Hayden Strong threading the needle. Able to stick it out. And Kyle Perry trying to push over. We got 2 of the fastest Canadians on the track in the lead right now. Dylan Bibic down low in the red. Chris Ernst in the blue. Kyle Perry in the green. Hayden Strong at the back. Hayden Strong trying to fit it again down low. Can he do it? And it's going to be, Hayden Strong. Whoa, holding it up. Hayden Strong, you are eliminated. That was a close one. Now can Kyle Perry get over Ernst? Chris Ernst, same 3 riders as last night's elimination. They're shoulder to shoulder. Perry's trying to push it. Perry trying to get over the top. Ernst and Bibic are accelerating away. And it's going to be Kyle Perry. Kyle Perry, you are eliminated. And now we're down to Dylan Bibic and Chris Ernst. Chris Ernst on the Canadian national team. Dylan Bibic too young to be on it, but we're going to see him there soon. 2 to go. And Bibic's on the pedals. Chris Ernst down low. Chris Ernst takes over that position. Dylan Bibic racing away. Ernst trying to chase him down. And look at the muscle out of that 16-year-old out of Toronto, Canada. Pushing those pedals. Let's make some noise for him. Going off the front. That's the beast, Dylan Bibic. Make some noise for him. 16 years old out of Toronto. Gonna see this guy in the Olympics. Dylan Bibic.
The elimination race just finished up, and it was fast off the gun. Now, the 5 laps of neutral usually is a time to kind of feel each other out, but today it was fast right from the start. Dylan put the pressure on everybody who started getting those guys that didn't have the legs out. Luke Cavender out. Chris Uberti stayed a while, got out. Now, the interesting one was Hayden Strong. He threw a little bit of wrench in there, and at the end you can see when he tries to throw his bike and then stop, his foot comes out of the pedal. Almost caused a crash, but he held it up. I'm here with the winner, Dylan Bibic. Now, Dylan, it came down to you, Kyle, and Chris. Could you feel Kyle coming up over you and Chris, or did you just know you had Chris beat so you were safe?
I knew that Chris and I were a bit faster than Kyle, so I knew that if we would just stay side by side, Kyle wouldn't be able to come over, and that's what happened.
Now, it came down to you and Chris again. And about a year ago, there was some chippiness, and everything's good. But does that play a part? Kind of give you a little bit of extra momentum to try to put that nail in that coffin, make sure you get that win.
Yeah, it's. I'm really happy I won. I know I can. I know I have the superior sprint, and I knew to get a quick jump on him with about 2 laps to go, and it worked well.
Now you're good at everything. The one thing we need to work on with you, posting up. When you win, you got to throw those arms up in the air, do a bunny hop or something, so we all know that you win, because we know you're going to win for the most part. But throw it up, show everybody that you're the man, and that's going to be great. Good job racing tonight. Have a great rest of your race, okay? Now, up next is the Madison, the crown jewel of the Lexus Velodrome. We got a ton of fast teams, as you know. Team Red, probably the team to beat. Dylan is going to be in the right position. He's going to be on the front. He's going to be hammering away. He's going to be able to make sure that Chris is in the right spot at the right time. Team Black, Luke, my main mullet, Cavender, is going to be able to get Mathias Guillemette in the right spot as well. Kyle the Mustache and Hayden coming on strong. They're going to be in it too. They both got pop in different ways, so it's going to be an open sprint. Oh, and you cannot forget about Martin Vecchio and Wolfgang. They're going to be there. They're going to be able to do some damage and be in there for the races. So let's send it to John for the race.
And here we go. They're rolling. Dale. No double, right? No double points at the final sprint, riders. Team Yellow, Wolf Lockmiller and Martin Vecchio. Team Blue, Chris Ernst and Dan Gregory. Team Green, Kyle Perry and Hayden Strong. Team Red, Dylan Bibic and Chris Uberti. Team Black, Mathias Guillemette and Luke Cavender. And here's our first Madison exchange. Going down right now, Martin Vecchio and Wolf Lockmiller. So you can see right now they're going pretty slow. They're still going probably about 27 miles an hour, but that's slow out here at the Lexus Velodrome. Double exchange from Black and Red. Uberti gets thrown in from Bibic. Guillemette from Cavender. Ernst throwing in Gregory as Hayden Strong gets up on his hit. Vecchio pulls up. Dan Gregory starting to pick up the tempo. And the race is out of control, riders. 57 to go. Hayden Strong at the front of the pack. Here comes Wolf Lockmiller. Lockmiller coming down. Lockmiller into the race. Double exchange from Red and Black. Red and Black both thrown in at the same time. Uberti throwing in Bibic. Cavender coming in. Green and Blue going to make an exchange at the front and the back of the pack. Kyle Perry, the freight train on the front. Perry likes to go fast and make him hurt. You can see that GoPro footage. That's the footage from Kyle Perry's bike. That's what it's like to race on the 50-degree bank into the Lexus Velodrome. Perry pulls up. Dylan Bibic pulls through. Vecchio trying to squeeze his way in, looking for Lockmiller. Lockmiller reaches his hand out, throws Martin Vecchio into the race. Double exchange from Black and Red. Black and Red with a double exchange. Guillemette coming in for Luke Cavender. Uberti coming in for Bibic. Watch out for Team Red. These guys are two beasts. Hayden Strong coming in for Kyle Perry. Chris Ernst looking for Dan Gregory at the back. Ernst throws in Gregory. Uberti looking for a wheel to hop onto. Hayden Strong not giving it up that easy. Gregory staying on it. We got an exchange from the yellow team. Eyes up, riders. The pace is picking up. Red and Black about to make an exchange. Blue's got to fit their way out. Blue's got to go up high. Hayden Strong at the front. Here comes Kyle Perry. Chris Ernst looking for Dan Gregory. Luke Cavender trying to get over the top. Dan Gregory throwing in Chris Ernst. Now at the front, Kyle Perry. Let's make some noise for these riders when they come around. Let them know you're here. Kyle Perry on the front of the pack. Vecchio's coming in the race. We got a sprint at 41. Whoa. Chris Ernst threading the needle. Hayden Strong diving down the track. Vecchio on his wheel. Gregory looking for Ernst. Guillemette at the back of the pack. And here goes Chris Uberti making a move. Hot, 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 hot. Here we go. Wolf Lockmiller coming in for Vecchio. The pace is picked up. Be ready to go, riders, because here goes Dylan Bibic. Bibic's in the race. Chasing him down is Hayden Strong looking for Kyle Perry. Wolf Lockmiller's got to go up and over. Look at Dylan Bibic go. Kyle Perry, the freight train, out of the saddle. It's going hot. Going hot, racers. Dan Gregory and Team Blue's going to have a high exchange. High exchange for the blue team. Bibic looking for Uberti. Uberti's in the race. Chris Uberti, can he hold it off? Because Kyle Perry's chasing him down, and there goes Martin Vecchio. Vecchio tight on the wheel. Here goes the sprint. Strong's coming in. Hayden Strong with a big push. Martin Vecchio going over the top. Can Vecchio take him out? Look at Chris Ernst. Chris Ernst coming out of nowhere. And it's going to go. Team red, team green, team blue, team black, team yellow. Guillemette flying through that, misses the exchange. Mathias Guillemette ramping up that pace. But at the front, Dylan Bibic still setting that hot tempo. Eyes up, eyes up. Guillemette's got to go up and over. Dylan Bibic setting the tempo. Kyle Perry now. Perry to the front. Kyle Perry wants to keep the heat on. He's going to make these juniors work for it. As Martin Vecchio coming in. Chris Ernst and Dan Gregory at the high exchange. Uberti's back in it. Uberti's got to hang on the wheel. Kyle Perry. Kyle Perry in front. Chris Uberti in second. Luke Kavanagh in third. Chris Ernst closing down that gap. And Team Yellow's Martin Vecchio. They're all back together. Let's make some noise for these riders. Bang on those boards.
All
now
right.
Hayden's.
After that first heat, Team Red has got 10, Team Green has got 7, Team Blue has got 5, Navy's got 3, and Yellow's got 2.
If you're out there watching online, let us know where you're watching from. Who do you think's going to win this race? Let me hear where you're watching from. Team Red leading with the points. Bibic and Uberti. Kyle Perry and Hayden Strong in second place. Vecchio and Lockmiller in third. And Dan Gregory closing on that gap. Here comes Kyle Perry. 32 to go. Bibic back to the front. That's where he likes to stay. Kyle Perry. Wolf Lockmiller looking for Vecchio. High exchange for the yellow team. Chris Stearns coming in for Dan Gregory. Luke Kavanagh looking for Mathias Guillemette. Kyle Perry's got to push his way out of this one. Chris Stearns floating up over the top. Ernst, is he going to make a move? Uberti back to the front. Here comes the green team. The green team's about to make an exchange. Push that way out, racers. Got to go up high. Chris Ernst going up top. Luke Kavanagh's following through. Kyle Perry and Hayden Strong coming in the race. Vecchio looking for Wolf Lockmiller. Lockmiller with an exchange. They're all over the place, setting that tempo. Dan Gregory coming in for Chris Ernst. Gregory coming in for Ernst. Bibic coming in for Uberti. Guillemette looking for Kavanagh. Whoa! All over the place. Luke Kavanagh about to throw Mathias Guillemette. Guillemette, he's got legs. 17 years old out of Quebec. Guillemette hops on the wheel of Bibic. Hayden Strong setting the tempo. They got 27 to go. Who's going to take the win in this Madison? We got a sprint at 21. Sprint at 21. Bibic got the back, not where you see him very often. Chris Ernst looking for Dan Gregory. Chris Uberti coming in, got to come in a little bit hotter. Chris Uberti looking for Bibic. Bibic grabs his arm, throws him in the race. The Team Red and Team Black are off the back. Kyle Perry making a move. Kyle Perry, the freight train on the front. Martin Vecchio sitting on his wheel. Chris Ernst with the power right behind him. As Chris Uberti able to close down that gap. High exchange for yellow, high exchange for yellow. Whoa! Hayden Strong ramping it up. Let's go, 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 because here goes Dylan Bibic. Dan Gregory trying to close down that gap. Dylan Bibic's got to go now because we got a sprint coming up. Hayden Strong on the front. Now watch this Team Red go. Dylan Bibic with the legs. Coming in hot, coming in hot. Team Yellow and Team Green. Chris Ernst is in the race now. Mathias Guillemette, look at Dylan Bibic go. Hot, hot, hot. Whoa, can he hold on? Uberti's got to go now. Chris Uberti, but Hayden Strong with a big jump. And it's going to be close down the line. It's going to go. Oh, Uberti, Strong, Vecchio, Ernst, Guillemette. Well, we got one sprint to go. One sprint to go. Coming in hot, riders. And the tempo's still staying up. Tempo's still staying high. Chris Uberti able to hang on for that one. Dylan Bibic put him out front. Uberti now over the wheel of Hayden Strong. Bibic coming in for Uberti. Wolf Lockmiller. So I think that puts Team Red in the front, Team Green in second, Team Yellow in third, Team Blue in fourth, and Team Black in fifth. All right, Here's the calm before the storm. We got people from Uniontown, Pennsylvania, Park Rapids, Minnesota, Boulder Valley Velodrome in Colorado. Out there watching us live here in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. These pros got 15 to go.
All
and
right,
the 6 miles, 60 lap Madison.
All right, John, Team Red has got 20, Team Green has got 14, Team Blue has got 8, Team Yellow has got 7, Team Black has got 5. So Red extended its lead to 20.
All right, we got 13 laps to the final sprint of this race. Lockmiller coming in for Vecchio, flying right up and over. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as Diversified Members Credit Union and the DMC. Luke Cavender coming in, jumping on Gregory's wheel as Kyle Perry goes to the front. Kyle Perry now on the front of the track. Perry picking up the tempo. He's going to see 11 to go when he comes around. The race is about to go. Kyle Perry as Chris Ernst. Ernst coming in. Cavender goes up and over. Kyle Perry looking for Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong comes down. Dylan Bibic looking for Chris Uberti. Uberti throws him in. Guillemette dropping down to the red line for Luke Cavender. And Dylan Bibic. Don't say too much, because everyone already knows what's going to happen. Martin Vecchio knows which wheel to be on, because Dylan Bibic's coming over the top. They're going to see 8 to go. 8 to go at the line. Ernst wants on that wheel. They're all pushing for Bibic's wheel as Dylan Bibic goes to the front. Team Yellow with the high exchange. Team Blue with the high exchange. Stick, stick. And watch out, because here goes Team Yellow. Wolf Lockmiller. Lockmiller to the front. Chris Uberti out of the saddle. Luke Cavender coming in for Guillemette. Dan Gregory's in. And Uberti's going over the top of Lockmiller, but Lockmiller says, I don't think so. Lockmiller ramping it up against, here comes Martin Vecchio. Uberti's got to go up and over. Dylan Bibic about to come in the race, high exchange for the blue team. Bibic coming in, so's Hayden Strong. Oh, and off the front goes Martin Vecchio. Let's go, make some noise. Can Vecchio stay away? They're going to see 3 to go. And Dylan Bibic says, I don't think so. Dylan Bibic. But here comes Team Yellow, Team Green and Team Blue. Hayden Strong picking up that tempo. Whoa, off the front. Dylan Bibic picking up Uberti. Whoa, look at that move. Kyle Perry coming in, 2 to go. Uberti's got to finish it out. Here comes the bell. Can Chris Uberti stay away? Kyle Perry chasing him down. Dan Gregory on it. All the way, they're closing down that gap. Is there enough time? Can Kyle Perry do it? And at the line, oh! Kyle Perry taking the final sprint. Hold your line, racers. What a sprint! Make some noise!
We just finished the Madison race, 60 laps. It was fast from the get-go again, just like the elimination race. Team Red put the pressure on by winning the first 2 sprints. They had a control on the race at that point. But Team Green wasn't going to let it go. And what an epic finish. Chris Uberti makes a huge move around the outside, gets a good gap, and then Kyle the Mustache Perry with that diesel engine slowly brings him down. And it was a very, very hairpin close call at the end. But I'm here with the winners of the race, Chris Uberti and Dylan the Monster Bibic. Guys, it was a pretty successful night for both of you. Chris, you've done a couple of these now, finally got your first win. Tell me how it feels, man.
Feels pretty great.
Now, you're going into it with Dylan. What was your thought process with going into a monster of a human being over here?
I was just doing what he told me to do. He knows what he's doing, so.
Well, you did great. A couple great attacks. You almost got that last sprint. Dylan, you got him in the right place at the right time. Were you worried about Mathias, your Canadian teammate?
Yeah, I knew he would be a threat. him and Luke Cavender. Luke Cavender gives very good throws. I know that from experience.
Yeah, he crashed out, right? But you guys proved that once again, the strongest team lies with Dylan Bibic. Congratulations. Now, that's it from here from the Lexus Velodrome at the Detroit Madison Cup. If you want more information, go to lexusvelodrome.com or go check out our Facebook page at Lexus Velodrome on Facebook. With that being said, have a great night and we'll see you next race.
The midwives are